Just bear with on this video. It's the same as the empties video. It's the same night. I've got the fan on and I've got the window open. It can get very noisy. I'm sorry about that because the big window, if I shut that, I've still got two small windows open. I've gone the whole log with all the windows. So anyway, today I'm going to start the process of the skincare called slugging. So if you're not familiar with slugging, it's basically you go in with your usual regular moisturising cream at night after you've done all your cleanse and everything, and then on top of that you put a thin layer of Vaseline on top, or petroleum jelly, because that's not the Vaseline, that's just a generic one. So anyway, so slugging is a skincare trend that involves applying a thick protective layer of an occlusive ointment like Vaseline Original Healing Jelly as the final step in a nighttime routine to lock in moisture and prevent water loss. I'm not going to put on a hell of a lot because I don't like it to feel really thick. So anyway, I probably won't put on such amount of that. So basically Marilyn Monroe used to use Vaseline as a skincare, so she used to use that for a moisturiser at night. She also used it for primer, which I do, but I've got a tiny little tin which is Vaseline, and it works well for that. It really does. I've been doing it for a long time now and it really works well for me. And you know, she didn't get rid of her peach fuzz because she liked the way her skin looked with the peach fuzz there, so she just kept it. I've got some information, so bear with. Marilyn Monroe, I'll try that again. Marilyn Monroe famously used Vaseline petroleum jelly on her face as a primer, highlighter under her makeup to create her signature luminous dewy glow for the camera. So why she used it? Delectable dewiness. She liked the way it made her skin feel dewy, and she slathered a layer of Vaseline or Nivea cream under her foundation so her skin would catch and reflect the harsh studio lights. I've not got those, so I've just got a ring light. Early slugging. Long before modern skincare trends, she used the occlusive properties of petroleum jelly to lock in maximum hydration and camera highlighting. She dabbed extra amounts on her cheekbones and eyelids as a glossy highlighter. Yes, I remember reading that before as well. Peach fuzz. The heavy use of petroleum products reportedly stimulated fine soft facial hair growth, which she chose to keep because it caught the light so well on film. Modern warning though. Dermatologists note that heavy petroleum-based slugging can clog pores and trigger breakouts from many skin types today. So I'm wondering if that will cause any problems. So we'll see. So, what it recommends, now I've already done my cleanse. Today I went in with micellar water to do that because I was having a bit of a lazy day and I didn't wear any makeup, so it didn't really matter to me. And that mark there is due to my glasses and the heat. It got so much worse during a really hot spell. I was really red over there. What have I done? Anyway, I've just had to sit here for a few minutes thinking where I was. I don't think I've got hair anyway, but never mind. So, yes, I've used some micellar water today. So I've cleansed and everything. So I'm now going to go in with my usual skincare, which is the Cyclax Aloe Vera Revitalizing Cream. And I like to keep this lid on for some reason. Anyway. So I'm going in with this. Get a lot of noise in the street during the summer. So I apologise for all of that. Not that it's my fault, is it? I can't control people's volume levels. Okay. Now I've not shaved all my hair off, don't worry. Because I looked at it a minute ago and thought, wow, and I wanted to try a buzz cut. No, told you. The face like a bowling ball bowled me down the alley with one of them cuts. Anyway, I've got it in a low bun. So anyway, not that you was thinking it, but I'm just saying. So now put that moisturiser on. That's the same amount I use every day. Use that twice a day at the minute because it's nice for the warmer weather. So I'm not sure how this is going to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this and then I'm going to come back in a few nights or when it's finished and see how we get on. To be honest, oh got hair. To be honest, how does hair get everywhere? My God, I'm molting. So about a pea size amount, I would say. Maybe that's a bit small, but that's all I'm going to use. So I'm now going to put that on. This is not really odd to me because I use Vaseline for priming. I actually started using that one, and then I found a little pot of lip therapy Vaseline which I wasn't using, so I thought I'll use it for this. So I use that for priming. Nearly gone. I don't know if I like that. It feels a bit yuck. Ooh, I don't know. That wasn't a lot of product, but that still feels a bit over thick and a bit. No, I don't like the way that feels. No, it feels a bit too much. It does recommend you place a towel on your pillow because, you know, this is quite, you know, Vaseline, how it feels and everything. A little bit on the sort of greasy side. Look, you can see my hands all shiny. I couldn't use that as a highlighter. Anyway, so I might need that because this is fresh bedding I put on yesterday and I don't want to oil it up. So, you know, and I've got a nice new bed sheet because I seem to be putting my foot through my older ones because they were a bit old and bobbly, and you know, I wanted some fresh ones, and so I got this one and I didn't care what colour it was cheap enough and nice and soft, so there you go. Anyway, that's regardless. I'm going on about nothing relevant to this video anyway. So if you're new here, I do this a lot, so I'll waffle on. Yeah, I don't think I like the way that feels a bit too thick. I'll let you know here if it continues to feel that way and I've had to blot it down with a tissue or something. But right now, no, I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. Let's see. I'm going to sort my hands out. A little bit of tissue there. That was handy, wasn't it? Yeah, that feels better. I'm going to see how it goes because it wasn't a lot of product. It might just soak in and be nice. I'll let you know. I'll possibly pop it in a pinned post on the not on the description, what's it called, in the comments, or a description post, or I'll do a post in the community or something. So anyway, so yeah, out to press it. Actually, it's calming down a bit, but wow, look how shiny I am. Yeah, I don't think it's too bad now. It's calming down, so hopefully it'll continue to do so. I'm going to continue using that every night now for 7 days and see how we get on, and I'll let you know. So I'll either come back with a 7 days later and tell you what I thought about it, or I will do an in between the middle of the week. But I don't think you really care for me sat here using this for 7 days on camera. It's not that exciting, is it? So anyway, I'm going to go, and I will not end this video here because I nearly did. I will see you very shortly. Seconds for you, 7 days for me. So I'll see you in a moment. Hello, it's 7 days later. I look at it a bit dishevelled and a little bit annoyed because I was more or less all the way through this video, finishing this video off, and I wanted to see how much charge I got on my device, and I went to have a look and I dropped it all and lost all the footage, so I'm having to do that again. So I've already, oh dear, I've already used my skincare, that, and put on that. So I'm going over the pros and cons again with you. I've wrote them down for my reference because I'm bound to forget everything. So okay, so I do like this product for how soft it makes your skin. I've not experienced a single spot in the whole time of using this, not one, which I'm very impressed about. Sometimes when I put makeup on as well, I have found that my skin looks much more flawless with the Vaseline I've been using for the last 7 evenings, and then other times I've looked and it's showing up my pores a bit more often. Now I know I use Vaseline to prime, but I don't use the amount what I had to use this. So that is a pro. I do like the way it's made my makeup feel on occasions. I'm not soft any spots. I think I've already covered that. For the cons though, even with the smallest amount, I'm so glad I'm over it now. The 7 days is done, because I don't like how it feels sticky and greasy, and although it does settle down after a while, you do need to move your skincare back or forward. I think it's forward. If you are doing your skincare with the intention of going straight to bed, you're going to need a towel on your pillow, because it will seep into your pillowcase, and oil is a bugger to get out. We all know this. So you're going to have to move your skincare, so you've got about 2 to 3 hour set period for this to calm down and soak in and not feel greasy on the skin. I don't like how it's sticky and greasy for that amount of time. I really don't. It's just because I've just done it and I was on camera doing that, but unfortunately I made a boo-boo when that happened. The sinking time, like I say, it's 2.5 to 3 hours before it's sunk into the skin and off, and that's too long. And in this heat we've got at the moment, it feels too heavy and too cloggy, and I wish I didn't, well, I shouldn't have started it in the heat of the summer, you know, but you know, this is where we're at. Yeah, I think in winter it'd be better, but I don't like the way it feels anyway. Once it's soaked in, it's great, it's lovely, but until then, no, I don't like it, I don't. And the pea-sized amount, don't use that size. Please don't use that size. Use about half that amount, or less than that, really, seriously, because it is so sticky that it's just way too much then. And I was using, I would say, just get about, this is melty a bit because it's so warm in this room, it's melting it. The reason why my coconut oil is in the fridge, not freezer, in the fridge, because it'll just melt and be liquid, and I'll forget and I'll take the lid off and it'll pour everywhere. Yeah, even that's a bit much. I can't really give, you know what I mean, it's like I can't really say because this is melted a bit. So, but if you think of the size of a pea, then think of that. Like I say, feels like an overload on the skin. And it can highlight your pores as well. On occasion, my makeup can look either flawless and really nice, or it can look like it's really highlighting the pores. which is not always a good thing. And I am sweating. Wow. I've got the fan on the lowest setting. The window's open. Oh. And earlier on we got a notification from the government to say don't light any fireworks and don't have any barbecues, you know, those disposable barbecues or anything, because of wildfires. Some idiot around here will do it, guaranteed. Please don't burn down my Abbey Park, please. I'm not saying it's mine. But please don't burn down the Abbey Park, please. I really like it there. I don't know if you've seen the video yet. I really enjoyed it. Did that yesterday. Really enjoyable. Whew. So anyway, my thoughts. No, it does recommend you only do slugging twice a week anyway. I think and feel that maybe if you don't use your first step cream, you know, if you don't do your serums, that I don't do all that. To be honest, I just use this now. I've really stepped down on the skincare a little bit. One, because of cost, and two, because I think all this stuff that they're giving you about what they're putting in stuff is just rubbish, to be fair. And if you don't like the fact I've just said that, then go and watch someone else, because this is how it is. But anyway, I will go over that in another video, you know, I will. But yeah, skip that step. Basically skip them steps. If you're going to slug, just use that. I think you might be a bit better with it, to be honest. But yeah, it does recommend you only do slugging twice a week anyway. I've had an idea though. Maybe try and use this one evening as a face mask and then wash it off. I've had that idea. Tell me if you want to see a video like that, if you want to see that video, and I'll do it. Yeah, I think that's it. So, being as the cons are a lot more than the pros for this, don't do it. Maybe try it in the winter. Maybe that's when I should have tried it. Not in the heat of the sun, the heat wave, because it's so hot. See, the thing is with the UK, it's not only the heat and the fact that we don't have aircon, unless you go into a big store and they do, which is gorgeous. I'm jealous. So, unless that, we've got a high humidity rate. So, not only is it hot, but you sweat loads and you're all sticky. And you'll get in the shower and it's lovely for 10 minutes and then you're back to square one again. Although I am getting in the shower tonight because I just want to feel a bit fresher. Even though I am fresh, I just don't feel fresh. So yeah, but yes, no. If you're going to try slugging, just stick with that. Don't do anything else. But no, I wouldn't recommend it. I think it's just too heavy and a bit yuck. I don't think I'd even enjoy that in the winter, to be honest. I just don't like the way it feels. By all means, give it a go if you want to, but these are my thoughts anyway. So I hope you've enjoyed this waffle on. I will see you again soon for another video. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.